Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. It's Friday night. I'm sure you're home from work or just getting home from work. It's probably about 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, and maybe you're chilling with your favorite bruja or maybe a cup of chai tea. So sit back, relax. We're going to talk tonight about discovering at your home wood flooring tonight. So what we're going to kind of talk about is a little bit about, what's available to you, what is the varieties of materials that are out there, where to install them, where not to install them, why I recommend certain things or certain floorings, and areas, really what may be best for you. So we're going to go through about, I think I got about 4 samples I want to kind of talk to you about and show you what's going on here. And it looks like we got a couple folks that are joining us. I can't read their thing, but thank you for joining us. How do you feel about cork floors? I'm not as familiar with cork floors, to be quite honest with you. We've not come across them yet. I hear that they are kind of trending, so I'll have to get back with you on that. But thank you for the question. I sure do appreciate it. Let's talk about what we're seeing in the Midwest, what we see most of the time, what we see trending, and flooring that's going to work in the area for you. So let's start off tonight with, we're going to start out with probably something that most of you have seen or you have in your home. This is 2 1/4 unfinished red oak. Tongue and groove, show that to you. Okay, nice, fits together. So for a do-it-yourselfer, this is probably not the most ideal product to have because it requires a lot of tools and a lot of skill set, because you've got your installation, then you've got to sand the product, and then you have to finish the product. So you're going to probably renting a lot of heavy machinery that you're not probably comfortable with. Not saying you can't. I'm highly, if you're an adventurous individual, give it a shot. Where we find using this flooring is where there's existing 2 1/4 inch oak flooring. I just looked at a project last night, and a majority of the floor is 2 1/4 red oak, and they were talking about tearing it up and talking about the cost. And I said, well, why don't we just, in the one area, the family room, why don't we kind of tooth it in and match your existing floor, and we can make that happen because they want to change the color of it. So nice product, solid, okay, but does require, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, it does require a lot of skill and knowledge. So if you're going to do this, be patient, take some time, have a professional do it. It looks fantastic. It really is a beautiful look to your home. And a lot of times where we see this used is when in cases of kind of taking your existing and trying to make this work with what your existing floor is. Okay? All right, so that is 2 1/4 red oak. You guys have any questions, you can reach out to us. We would appreciate that. We'll go on from there. Okay, so our next product, I'll give you a sample here in a second. Okay, this is 3/4 thick pre-finished. This is an oak. These look like these are 3 1/4 in size. So what's the difference between, say, this and this? Number one thing is obviously it's pre-finished. What I like about pre-finished is you get a real consistent look and a really durable finish, because when they finish this product, okay, it's in a controlled environment. When you have a team coming out doing, say, the work in your home and they got to sand the floor, it's not as a controlled environment. So you've got dust issues, product you can use that's a little different one versus the other. So there's some different things that are going on. Hey, Sweet Pea Leslie, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Hopefully we can get you some good information. What else we got here? Okay. All right. So looking at this, so here's our pre-finished oak. It's got a beveled edge, so when it's put together, you can run your finger through it. So it will be able, if you need to finish it, say 10, 20 years down the road. Oh, you just got new flooring? Well, congratulations. Hopefully you were happy. That's the bottom line. So you got a solid wood floor here, okay? It's durable. It goes in easy. The nice thing is you don't have to be out of your home for any given time. So, whoa, we're losing our camera here. Oh, hopefully my media team will give me a hand here. Paying them a lot of money to do this sort of stuff. This isn't something I usually handle. Oh, we're all over the place here. All right, I think we got it. So, going back to our product here. I'm trying to get used to laminate wood flooring. Oh, I'm trying to get used to... I'll tell you what, laminate flooring has come... We're going to talk about that in a couple minutes, but laminate flooring has come a long way. Pergo was, I think, the original product that was out in the marketplace. I'm going to say probably 20, maybe even 25 years ago. Nice product, but I'll tell you what, they've come a long way in styles and designs and things kind of that. So, really, the look of it is quite stunning. That's probably the biggest difference. So, let me finish with this and we'll get to the laminate flooring. Okay, so what I really like about the pre-finished, and I'm seeing more of it, is because of the fact the downtime. Moving furniture, having to live with a floor that, say, if you had to finish, you're going to be out, so you're going to be kind of out of your element a little bit. Hey, Alexis, I see that you join us. Yes, thank you. So the bottom line is with this, it's a little easier to install. You don't have to finish it. Do it yourself if you can. There's a myriad of products out there. This is an oak. You can get hickory, cherry. It's all over the place. So we're going to move on from this here. So these are different colors here. This one is a gunstock. This is called Grizzly. Very durable, hard, very even finish. So we're going to move on from here. That's our pre-finished 3/4 inch hardwood. See somebody else join us there? Oh, yeah, just went off my screen there. Okay. Wide planks, yes. Yes, wide planks are definitely in. And I'll tell you what, it seems like the wider the better. I don't know. I personally like the wider look. And we're going to go to our next product. Let's see. Let me reach out here. Okay, here we go. This is a laminate flooring. This is a 7-inch wide plank. Okay. This is a Shaw product. OMG Kelly, thank you for joining us. 7-inch. This is, I forgot the name of the color, but it's supposed to look like natural cherry. We did this in a laundry room for a customer of ours, and that's why I like laminates. Laminates can be more cost effective. They're easy for do-it-yourselfers. They're click and lock, floating, pretty simple. And I'll tell you what, the finish when you lay it down on quick glance. I'll tell you, this is certainly, it looks pretty true to what cherry looks like. And this is not one of the higher end floors. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice floor. And laminate is like this, where they used to just, it was real smooth. Now it's even got a texture to it. You can't see it on there, okay? It's probably hard to see, okay? And what a laminate is, this is basically MDF board, okay? It's a fiber board, and there is a laminate that is adhered to the top of it. So, and it basically floats on your existing floor. So let's say you have a vinyl floor in the laundry room, and where I recommend this a lot is laundry rooms, basement areas. If you've got something you want that holds up well, you got a lot of kids, dogs, running around, and you don't want to spend, a ton of money, this is a great product. Durable, holds up for a long period of time. Not, I think, a very cost-effective item. Let's see who's I lost you. Just came in and out. So the look of it is really nice, very affordable, very easy install, and we can talk about installation at a later time with some other videos and stuff that we're going to talk about. But I really like the product, and as you go up the scale as far as the level of quality, the overall look is even that much better. It really starts to look like natural wood. It's pretty impressive on how the technology in the last, say, 25 years has come around. So, laminate flooring. It's funny because I wasn't a big fan of it at first, but after installing on several projects, I'll tell you what, this is a great product for the right situation. Okay? All right. Thank you for agreeing with me. I appreciate that. All right. We're going to move on to our last product tonight. We try to keep our segments not too long. We want to keep you interested and if you got questions or whatever, please reach out to us. Our last flooring is something that's kind of come around that we've really kind of see in the last, I'd say 5 or 6 years. And this is engineered flooring. Now let me explain to you what engineered flooring, different between that and the solid and the laminate. Okay, so what you have here, very similar to laminate, this layer here is a wood veneer, okay, and then you have it on a base of plywood, so it's glued together, fastened together. What I like about it is there's a lot of different places you can put this. You can put this what they call below grade, which means like in your basement, like on the concrete floor. We did a hickory in a project about a year ago. Looks fabulous. We did also another hickory in another project about the width of these planks, but not this dark. So this is kind of right here. What I'm showing you is really what's trending. It's easy to install. It's price wise. There again, you can find low, medium, and high on the scale, on the price scale. I find it to be kind of priced between the, on average, between the solid oak and the solid pre-finished oak, depending upon the species. This is a hickory, I believe. Yeah, a hickory. It is scraped. It's got a little distress marks in here. Okay. It is a 7-inch plank, and this, I believe, the finish is, I don't know. It doesn't say. It's hard to read upside down. Zilla. Is that Zilla? It's Zilla, like Godzilla without the God. Okay. Looks real nice. I'll tell you what, we did a floor a year ago, and I every time I go back to the homeowner's house, I'm just so impressed with the quality of the look. It doesn't feel like it's with a standard beveled edge. It's contoured really nice. The finish is even. It looks beautiful, and it's fairly easy to install. You can float it, you can glue it, you can nail. There's several different ways depending upon the manufacturer. Okay, so these are a couple of things that I'm going to show you tonight. I wanted to make sure that you see a good wide array of what is out there. There's a lot of technical questions. You can shoot us an email, reach out to us. We'd love to answer any questions. Do your homework before you decide to go out and buy. So what is the best product to clean Bona flooring? So we're going to wrap it up on that question tonight. I'll be product specific. There's a product called Bona. They have their finishes. They make finishes and they make cleaning products. Great product. You can find just about anywhere at your local, the big box stores or your hardware store. I personally like that. It cleans up. You can spray it on like a Swiffer or one of those micro dust mops and get it around. We generally like to use it when we're cleaning up. Let's see. I know which one you're talking about. Awesome. Okay, Tammy, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. And Tammy, on that note, I think we're going to wrap up our Friday night because I know you guys got plenty of things to do. So go out and have your favorite adult beverage tonight. Thank you for joining us at Discover Your Home. Hey, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.